So, Kickstarter. There's some really good things and there's some really bad things up on Kickstarter. I've always wanted to put up a project there. My whole life, I have been building digital products. Like Matthew said, I worked at Industrial Light and Magic. I worked on the Xbox for a while. I actually was part of the original Xbox launch team. I got the first Xbox out the door, and later on the Xbox One. And so my whole life was spent building video games and other digital products. And I finally came to this point where I thought, this is my audience. This is what I'm doing. Anyone see a big problem with this picture? I'll tell you, very, very lonely, very isolating. I actually went to my brother's house and walked in the door, and my niece and nephew were there who were 5 years old, both 6 years old at the time, and they didn't even say hello. They were sitting on the living room floor playing a game that I had built, and they were lonely. They were lonely in a room full of people, and it was so depressing for me, and I realized that I was contributing to that problem. And I didn't want to do that anymore. And I thought, when I was a kid, this is what it looked like. You know, me and my brothers were standing around, we were playing physical games, we were laughing, and we were really interacting with each other. And I thought, why don't I just try that instead? Why, just for a second, why don't I try something physical? So I resigned from Microsoft, and I built a card game. It was a simple concept. I had this idea of Russian roulette meets a deck of cards. You'll just go through the deck, everybody drawing cards, try not to draw the bomb, because the bomb will explode, and every other card is safe. They do special things to try to make it so you don't have to draw the bomb. It was a very, very simple concept. I took a deck of poker cards, I scribbled all over it, I tested it out with a bunch of friends, and I thought, okay, I think this is ready for Kickstarter. I decided to call the thing Bomb Squad, and I tested it with all of my friends. Just everyone who would spare 5 minutes, I would force them to play Bomb Squad over and over and over again. And one of the people I showed it to was my friend Matthew Inman, who draws the Oatmeal. Are there any Oatmeal fans here? Anyone? Yeah, a bunch? Awesome. For those who didn't raise your hand, I love this because I get to introduce you to the Oatmeal. The Oatmeal is an online comic. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Matt just draws funny stuff that pops into his head, like this. I won't, I'll step out of the way. This is one of my favorites. He just has a really warped brain and a really unique ability to put those machinations in his head onto paper. This is the 3 most pertinent bullet points of a woman wearing nothing but a t-shirt. Here's the same panel for a man. This is how to draw hands in 3 easy steps. I do not need to read to you all, so just tell me when I should advance. Got it? Someone yell next. Tell me when. There we go. How to draw hands in 3 easy steps. So I showed him Bomb Squad. He really liked Bomb Squad, and he said, listen, I've always wanted to work on a card game. I've always wanted to work with you on a project. Why don't we do this together? I'll draw all the cards for you. We'll use this game design. We'll put it up on Kickstarter just as a little weekend project. Let's try to raise, I don't know, $10,000 because that'll let us print out a few hundred copies of the game, and we'll just send it to all our friends. We'll order some pizza and beers, and we'll have a little party stuffing boxes, and we'll send it out. By the way, the other thing you have to change is the name. I hate the name. Why don't instead, because it's too on the nose. Of course you're scared of bombs, of course. Why don't you be scared of something less obvious, like cute, adorable, fuzzy little kittens? In fact, why don't we call the game Exploding Kittens?